So I'm going to show you 3 things that pro community builders do that you probably don't do inside your community. These are ones that I personally had to learn the hard way, but once you understand them, they can dramatically increase engagement and allow you to grow your community much easier. So the first one is that they drive people to engage. They really push people when they first come into their community and push them to try to get them to engage. What many community builders have reported, and I've noticed this myself as well, is that once people reach level 2 to 3, they are much more likely to stay. Now, obviously, inside the community, the different levels can be used to unlock things. And I don't like to overly use these in terms of overly gamifying. It's good to have some rewards, but we don't want fake engagement. So we really want to be looking at this as just more of a metric to try to push people to take some action. So I think unlocking some things around level 2 is a good one. But then after that, you really want to be pushing organic growth towards level 3. Because once people are invested more, once they actually reach that sort of level 3 mark, it normally means that they've taken enough actions that they are now committed to the course, the program, whatever it is that you're teaching inside, and that they're being active. So even in a paid community especially, people that reach level 3 are much less likely to churn out. They're likely to get the results, they're likely to take the action, and they're likely to be some of your best members inside the community. So we really want to push people to try to get them to engage and to move forward. And one of the best ways that we can do this is, in the beginning especially, is personalizing to each individual. We want to be DMing, and we want to have DMs that are automated, that are driving a question or trying to get them to respond. So you're not saying, here's a list of things, where to go next and do all of this stuff. Just something simple like, did you get in okay? A simple short question with their name that you want them to respond to. Something that seems personal, like it came directly from you. And then you want to follow up with a second one that is definitely personalized to them if they didn't respond. So if they did respond, then great, the conversation has started, and that's a good sign that somebody is an active member and that they're probably going to get involved. So you want to try and push them more and personalize. If they don't respond, we go to the second DM and we try to push them again to get them involved. Because some people don't know how to use the Skool platform. They don't know how to use the app yet. Maybe they don't even have the app. Maybe they're not getting the messages directly inside, in which case we want to move on to the other options to try to get them to engage, which is onboarding calls. Now, onboarding calls can be one-on-one. They could also be group onboarding calls, but they could just be your calls in general. You just want to try and push people towards getting them on some form of call, because you will notice as you grow, your most active people inside the community are normally the ones that are turning up live. Once they meet you face to face, it's no longer lurking and hiding in the background. They are feeling like they're part of the community. It feels more real rather than just social media where it's kind of faceless and soulless and you feel like you can just say whatever you want in the background but not really get involved. So once people are on calls, it gives them a taste of what may be to come with paid products, and it's a really good way to get things moving forward. Then we have emails as well. You could actually collect their email if it's a free community and take that email, and then you could directly message someone. Say, hey, I just wanted to drop you an email to say, such and such. Here, make sure that you download the Skool app. Sometimes people don't get messages. If you get stuck, you can message me here, but otherwise, best to do it inside the community. But you could actually send them a personalized welcome message. You could automate this as well, but I think in the beginning, maybe there's someone that's not going to stick around, and especially free stuff. If you're only building slowly, you may as well personalize everything. But then when you automate things as you get bigger, you can start to automate some of the email process so that if they're not active on the Skool platform yet, they are still getting some form of contact the more traditional way with emails. And then the other one could be tagging people. So you could welcome new members each week and put everybody's tag in there who signed up that week, and they will get a direct notification saying that they're being tagged. So even if they've turned off many notifications, they will probably see that one from you, because you are the community builder, and normally people don't turn that off, but also if they're tagged, they normally see those notifications as well. So it's a better way to get them involved, because then they know, oh, you're actually speaking to me personally. You're not just speaking to everybody. You've tagged me and you're asking me to respond. So, oh, okay, yeah, I'll introduce myself, and then they take action. So it's personalized. All of them, what I'm saying here is the unscalable, is the personalized side. And we can scale that up later on, but I really see the personalized part really helping getting people moving forward. Treat every person that comes in as, your ideal perfect customer. You can always remove people later on, but we want to be able to have as much conversation going as possible. Then point number 2 is that we want quality traffic. Quality traffic is everything. If it's crap going in, then it's crap coming out. It's the same with most things in life and most things online. You're actually better off putting quality traffic inside. And I like YouTube for this. I like targeted, very niche YouTube videos that really speak to your perfect avatar. And if you would like more training on that, I can link to our free community in the video description, where I go into more detail on how to pick your niche, how to create your offers, and how to grow your community with YouTube. So after this video, make sure that you go and check out our free community. But targeted traffic is everything. So you really want to make sure that it's quality going in and that it's hyper targeted to the person that you want inside your community, the person that you want to potentially work with, especially if you're a coach or educator, or if you're monetizing this in some way. You really want the right people in there, not just people that are a little bit interested, because they're not going to be the ones that are going to be your passionate audience. Think about when you're networking or you're going to a club. If I go to play paddle, the people that are really passionate or any sport are the ones who have gotten into it. They've reached the next level and they're really active. They're really interested. Whereas the people that are maybe just watching or more spectators, they're maybe never going to get involved. So you really want the most passionate people. And you want to grow slowly. This is something that many proper community builders do. They grow slowly. So it's not about trying to get as many people in as possible. Yes, you will probably make more money when you're getting more people in, but a lot more people won't get the attention they want. Their experience won't be as good, and they may churn may be much higher. So it depends what the goal is. Do you want to build a community where people don't really leave and they want to stay, and you can actively do all of the first things that we said here to slowly get people in? Because if you're bringing in quality traffic, if I'm getting, let's say, 20 people each week, but they are hyper targeted, then that's much better than 100. Because if I get 100 low quality, I'm probably only going to have about 10% of those people being active anyways. So this would have been much better. And I wouldn't have wasted my time trying to communicate with 100 people. That's a lot more work for me. So it's actually more work for you. So if you fill the community, just like you would fill a party where you're engineering the right group, you think about who you want inside. And this is the other point. Don't let everybody in. Don't let everybody in. I probably let less people in. I probably only let about 30 to 40% of people inside, maybe 50%. It depends. As you get more targeted, maybe you're going to let a lot more people in. But for the most part, you really want to look at those people. Look at to see how active they are. Have they been on the Skool platform? Are they in many communities? And have they not been engaging in those other communities? In which case, they may not be the type of person you want. Do they answer the questions properly? No. Okay. Well, again, probably not the type of people you want inside, because they're maybe just looking a bit. So I would actually say these days, and I know this goes against what others have said, because when I was in the 100 with Alex Hormozi's team, they were telling me to let everybody in. And this didn't sit right with me. And now and then when I started not letting everybody in, I had a better quality community. I had no bots, very few, if anybody, doing anything spammy. And they stand out so much because they're a rarity. And that means that people aren't getting DM'd, they aren't getting all of these other problems. So you actually have a better quality community that people want to turn up to. Because if it's spammy, everybody leaves. And I've left many communities because they're just big and full of bots and people that are actively trying to sell me and nobody really doing the very thing that I came to the community for. So I really think you should not be letting everybody in. So be picky. Much like you would let someone into your house, think about your community in the same way. If you're having a house party, who do you want in there? If you look at someone and you think, I don't think you're a good match, you're going to cause problems. I don't want you inside. Or you're not going to add anything to it. Then again, be selective. So don't worry about that. So quality traffic, and be selective about who you let in. And when you do have it, make sure that you're very niche. And I also like to see my channel and my community as being goal driven. So that helps drive more passion around things. So forget about views, because I'm not getting very many views these days. They're ticking up, but it's a few hundred. But those few hundred are actually much more valuable to me than when I was getting thousands. So I find targeted is much better. But again, we can go into the more detail on this stuff inside the community if you want to know more about that. And then number 3 is that they have a plan before they start. They have a plan before they start growing their community. Because if you think about this like driving a car. Now, if you get into a car and you have a destination that you want to go to, what do? Do you just start driving and then put in the destination later? I mean, maybe if you know where you're going, but you wouldn't, would you? You would always put in your destination first. You would put in the destination first before you even start driving the car. So you wouldn't be moving anywhere until you knew actively where you were going to go. So you type it into the GPS, you see the maps, and then you go start. And then you go with it. And communities and online business is no different. You always start with the destination first, because then you reverse engineer everything you need to do to get there. So if I know where I'm going in the GPS, then I reverse the maps and everything, reverse engineer the direction I have to take to get to the end destination. And I go, okay, now I'll just follow that roadmap and I'll get all the way to the end destination. And communities are exactly the same. So I'm all for starting messy, but you want to have as much focus on where you want to end up as possible. Otherwise, what can happen is you can end up having it's the same with a YouTube channel and it's the same with the community. If you change niche too much and change direction too much, you will end up with a slightly dead audience. Part of your audience, part of your community will no longer be active. So the closer to your destination you can be in the beginning, the more active and more better it will be in terms of your channel and also in terms of your community. So you really want to think about this before you start. Think about the result or the outcome you want. So that could be working with high ticket clients. It could be having someone buy your course. It could be having someone pay a low ticket subscription. There are many different ways that we can make money out of this, but the result is that you want for them, but also for yourself. So what do I want? In many cases, it's going to be I want money and I want to help them get that result so that then I can get more testimonials and sell and help more people. Okay, so what do we need to do to get to that end destination? So then you create a community after doing your research. You create your offer and your community around this. So it all comes around this. Now I know the end destination. I create an offer and a community that matches that. Community built around it. There's some free thing in it. And then maybe there's a paid product. So that's the part that I'm then reverse engineering. And then from there, I need to decide on what type of traffic and content. So again, let's take YouTube as an example, that I'm going to have to create to get people to want to go into my community. Is it going to be congruent again? It's going to be helping people with the very same thing that they're going to be doing in the community. So it's going to be the content and the end destination are almost going to be the same, but maybe on a lighter level. So think light, another level deeper is the community, and then your paid product is the highest level. Or maybe there's more high levels in it with more products and services that you sell. So that's generally how you want to do it. I would always say start with the end destination and then reverse engineer it so that you can get better results and everything is congruent and aligns. Because once you match this up, even with a low amount of traffic, your conversions go up, your conversion on your about page and everything, all the metrics start to go up and it just starts to flow. So it really is, following these 3 steps is for me a great way to get more engagement and more people signing up for your products and services. I hope you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button. Again, if you would like more help with this, you can join our free community, which I will link to in the video description. See you in the next one.